After their child has spent months practicing cruising and walking with support, many parents feel that their child could walk on their own, but they're not sure how to help them take those first steps independently. Welcome to the next video in the Getting Ready for First Steps video series. My name is Tanya, and I'm a pediatric physiotherapist with Alberta Health Services. In this video, we'll learn about what you can expect to see as your child is ready to take those first steps and how you can encourage them to let go of support and start walking independently. For many parents, as your child gets close to 12 months old, it may feel like everyone is asking you if your child is walking yet. It's very normal to feel worried or anxious about your child mastering this skill. Even in your own family, your children may walk at different ages. For some children, first steps come easily, while others need a little more encouragement. Children usually start walking independently between 12 and 15 months. Remember that there's a wide range of typical ages to develop this skill, anywhere from 9 months to 18 months old. In this video, you'll learn some strategies to help encourage those first steps. Some children will cruise for a long time before they're ready to walk on their own. This is the stage where children really need to build their confidence. Often those first steps happen when they're distracted rather than when they or you are thinking about it. You can help by keeping their hands busy by holding other things so that they're not holding on to you or the furniture for support. All of these practice ideas help your child build their confidence and balance. This will decrease the amount of support they need and encourage them to take their first steps. Children are more confident in their first steps if they're walking towards something safe. What does this look like? We'll talk about having your child practice moving from sitting on your lap to standing and taking a few steps toward the couch. They can also try stepping between two pieces of furniture or walk holding on to toys. Some children also like walking to someone. One way to help your child build confidence to take those first steps is to have them sit comfortably on your lap a short distance from the couch with some toys on it. Help them to stand up and take a few steps towards the couch. As you practice this, you can slowly decrease the amount of support you're providing for the steps. As they get more confident, you can move a little further away from the couch. Moving from sitting to standing before taking steps helps your child learn to lean forward a little bit to take those first steps on their own. We have to lean forward to stand up, and leaning forward also helps your child start moving toward the couch. You can also try encouraging your child to move from one piece of furniture to the next to reach toys. First, start with the pieces of furniture close together. As your child steps between the furniture while holding on, you can move the furniture pieces further apart. Make sure to only move them a small distance at a time. If your child feels like it's too far, they may drop down to the floor to move to the other piece of furniture. Your job is to make the toy they're moving towards as interesting as possible. You don't want them to think about taking steps, you want them to focus on getting to the toy. Let's talk about some other ways that you can decrease the support you give to your child. Children will often be less confident and slower to walk if they mostly walk with you holding their hands overhead. This may seem like a good way to help your child practice, but there are a few problems. When you hold your child by their hands, they tend to lean forward and walk on their toes. They also depend on you for balance rather than learning how to balance on their own. Being able to balance is an important part of walking. As they get more confident, try decreasing the amount of support you're giving them. The best way to move your child from using you as a support to walking on their own is to keep their hands busy with something they really want to hold on to. Giving them something to hold in both hands often helps with this. This child is holding her brother's toy cars, and she really does not want to let them go. Walking while they hold a large, light toy like a ball or a stuffed animal also helps your child take steps without supporting hands. Try giving support without directly holding their hand. Have you ever noticed that when you try and let go of their hand, they hold on to you even tighter? Try holding your child's elbow or forearm instead, as they'll be less likely to notice when you let go. Taking steps toward a parent, a grandparent, or a friend can be exciting for children. Remember to start just a few steps towards someone at first. If the person's too far away, your child may crawl instead. Make sure your child gets lots of successful practice while you're close before slowly moving further apart. Walking barefoot is a great way for your child to practice their walking skills. Bare feet get better grip and traction than socks, so your child feels more confident. Your child can feel what they're walking on better without shoes, and this helps with their balance as well. It also strengthens all the small muscles of the foot that help your child balance. You may notice that your child trips more in shoes than when they're barefoot. They can't feel the floor as well, and there's extra shoe length to trip over. Unless your doctor has recommended that your child use shoes or braces to help support their feet for a child with a medical diagnosis, lots of barefoot walking is encouraged. When your child does take their first steps, you'll notice that they keep their feet wide apart to give them better balance. They also tend to keep their hands high up around their shoulders. This is to help them balance as well. These first steps will be unsteady and slow. You may notice that once your child starts walking, it's all that they want to do. When you're in a new environment, like walking outside, your child might still want some support from you. This is normal. It isn't until around 2 years old that most children walk steadily without losing their balance often. Walking is a huge milestone. Have fun and enjoy exploring movement with your child. The last video in this series will talk about late walking and when to get more help.
Find information, support, and services for you and your child by clicking on the link in the description.